Hello YouTube viewers and random Transformers fans, this is Mack of Mack's Mechas coming to you today with a video review of the last night Voyager class Optimus Prime. Now I know this has been out for some time now, to be reviewing it way into June when this came out back in May. Well, as a friend of mine over at Vote Saxon 07 said, it's not the time that counts for the review, it's the opinion of the video. So I thought I'd come at you with my own look at this figure, even though I've done my own pictorial review. Now I've had it in hand for more time, I figured, you know, maybe I should give it another go and maybe voice my opinion instead of writing it. Now, he's taken now from the first three films, gone now to a Peterbilt, to this really nice Western Star truck, and he doesn't look anything like this form in the movies in robot mode. There's nothing of this truck there other than these smokestacks which are hanging off his back, and I think these pieces here, these little details here, can be seen on his chest, but apart from that there's nothing really there to say that Optimus transforms into this vehicle. So for what they've managed to do to almost like with Galvatron fold everything away, almost like turning inside out in a sense, I think Sentinel Prime and Dark of the Moon Leader class took the same approach. They've managed to do the best of what they could with this figure, and I really like how it's been executed. Now you can see there's a lot of details here. You have up in here the number of the truck. I can't quite make that out. WF700, and you can probably hear my dog whining there. Her owner has just gone out. Ignore her please. Nice little Autobot logo up here, and if you look around the grill you can see a really nicely moulded, but on my one very badly painted Autobot logo just there on the front of the grill. Each of the wheels have an Autobot logo on the inside, which is really nicely done. You have some more writing down the bottom here. You have a dog whining in the background again, and the Western Star logo in here on the wheels. You have the shield clipped into the back here, which when removed reveals the trailer hitch, and it also reveals this part of the waist armour, which actually looks better covered up with the shield. So I'll just leave that there. Flipping it to the bottom, you have the sword under here, stores away nicely. When you flip it back here, you can't actually see that's down there, so that's bonus points for that. Transforming him from this truck mode to robot mode, first thing, like any Transformer, get the weapons out of the way and leave them off to the side. You want to start by flipping this large panel up here off, allowing you to take these side panels and open them up. You can see from in here on these hinges they just bend out of the way, and just keep them back there for now. Come down here, split this whole front section and take the arms separate from these pieces here, which you then from the bottom where you can see here the feet, going to take this whole assembly out. Leave them off to the side. Come here, flip this panel down to form the back of the arms, again on this side, and then just fold the arms down here for now. Come back here to work on the legs. Split them in two, and you rotate this all the way up round in here. Again, just from a different angle, rotate this all up in here. Take the legs down and fold this down to here. Fold the feet out, and as you rotate those around, this tab up here will slot nicely into here, just like so. And this piece back here rotates around, and you take this grill, rotate that back until it slots nicely into here, just like so. And then in here you take this tab into this hole just like that. And I'll quickly do that on the other leg. Just fold this down, fold this around, tap it in, fold this back, flip this back, tap it in, and flip around. Bring the waist piece down, flip this whole thing around, and we'll set him up and adjust the camera up. Moving him back so you can see more of him. You now bring his arms in. You take these pieces from the side here, unpeg them and just swing them out. And his arms friction into place, they don't quite lock. So you'll do the same on this side. You'll bring this back, lift his chest up, fold these up to the side until they lock. Get in here and rotate the head out. Bring his chest up to lock. Bring it further up. At this point I'm probably better bringing the camera back a bit. There we go. Just center him a little. There we are. On the back, fold these panels in, leaving just a small gap in between so that this bar up here can get between them. And if you can see that just in there, that whole thing locks into place. And there you have him in his new robot mode. And move back a little bit more just to get him in, because he is actually quite big. Now, I like that about these new Voyagers, that they have some heft to them. The last movie, some of the Voyagers didn't quite feel they were worth the money you were paying for them, but this one, it actually does seem quite worth it. So, well, I'll get to that actually in a minute. Peg the shield in, give him his sword, and there we are. Now, I'm going to backtrack on my point there about it feeling quite worth it, because the price hike has been phenomenal for these figures. These have gone from £25 as they were with the last movie, now up to £33. Now in some places they're cutting them down in sale, that you're getting the deluxes for the last year's price, and the same with the Voyagers, but it feels like that sale should have been their original pricing to begin with. Now that's only in some places. In Toys R Us they're now £24.50. Smith's toys, they're still £33 a piece. And unfortunately here, Smiths seem to be the more reliable ones for getting things in time, because I'm about to go down there to go looking for Megatron. But pricing aside, the figure actually does look nice, and he does have a lot more paint than earlier figures did. He has all the flames on the side, he has this nice silver going throughout, rather than that chrome that they went for, which was just god awful on the later class. His sword is orange, much like it has been in the first 3 films, so I'm not really going to complain about that not being the red and blue that it was originally. You have this really nice metallic blue throughout that actually goes quite well with the glittered blue plastic. You can see up in there on the head sculpt, the eyes are painted blue, so none of that crappy light piping they've been trying to give us for ages. And the shield, while it's not the colour it should be, it actually does look pretty nice. I don't mind it. From round the back you can see that all the kibble has just been folded away, and it's a lot better looking than it is on the later class. Because in the later class this came more out to here, and it was very flat packed towards the bottom, while also having this big giant backpack hanging off of it. Which, compared to this, is actually, this is much more compacted. And it reminds me a lot of Galvatron from the last movie. Nice size comparison. Here he is with the last movie, Voyager, Evasion Prime. And head height, they're roughly the same size. Now, these were the same price point, but this has a lot more heft to it than this one. Definitely. And this one definitely has much more paint on it than this Evasion Prime, who is still one of my favourite figures from the Transformers movie lines. But this one is quickly following up on that. The only difference being that this one is far less poseable. Now, the arms have this nice ratchet here. and they come out about this far. They rotate all around. Got a nice joint here as well. Head's on a double ball joint. Looks up and down. Doesn't really move side to side all that much. Legs can bend all the way forward and quite a bit back. One joint at the knee that is very, very lacking. And on mine, this one's a bit loose, as you can see. No foot movement whatsoever. And that's really where Evasion stays ahead of it, because this one definitely is lacking in articulation by comparison. Absolutely. And it feels like something that they could have done a bit more work with, but especially for the price point that you're paying for this, you would feel like they would have added a bit more to it. But we have what we have. So overall, what would I give this out of 10? I think I'm going to stick with what I gave it the last time. I actually don't know what that was, so I'm going to go look it up. Good thing about having the computer here handy. If it will move. Ah, I know what's wrong. High performance. Bear with me 1 second. And here we are. The score I gave it last time, 7 out of 10. Now I'm going to stick with that because it definitely is not worth any more than that. And if you can get it on sale, it's a good figure to have. And you can definitely add more paint options to it, but as is, it actually looks worthwhile. But I definitely would not pay full price for this. Now unfortunately I did, and I regret that. But, you know, I can't really do anything about it now. So if you find it on sale, it's worth getting, go for it. If you don't, I would hold out, because eventually they will drop in price. And these are the kind of things, these figures and movie ones, they always show up in sale stores later. They always show up in B&M bargains or home bargains or somewhere like that, pound stretcher, for a lot cheaper than they were originally going for. So if you're not in a rush to get them, hold out for him dropping in price or ending up in a bargain store and pick him up, because he is definitely worth it. But not for the price that they originally sell him. So, link in the description below to Mack's Mechas. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next review.